wey suppose talk through to power don off mic. And if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. And in dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. If you have read the caption of this broadcast, you'll probably be able to make your own contribution accordingly. So I am live on Facebook, I am live on YouTube. So let me know if the audio is perfect, because after this my trouble this morning, on Facebook has suspended me for 30 days. So I can't post anything on Facebook for 30 days. But you likely say mine is fair compared to what they did to the leader of the IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What they did to him is that they shut down the voice of over 80 million people. That's what they did. And you know how massive that is. Simply because, finally, people are able to have access to information that wake them up, that alerts them to the danger lurking around them. Danger that politicians continue to tell them to ignore, even when they are being killed, when they are being, victimized, traumatized, bullied. The politicians continue to tell the people that, don't worry, it's not that bad. So Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, decided to take the bull by the horn by telling the people the truth that is so hard. You see, the truth is so hard to say compared to the truth and the hardship of, you taking in the truth, right? They said, no, you are the troublemakers. You people want to start war. Oh, you people want to get people killed. Oh, people, you are like, all that stuff. But yet, people are being killed, and on the fact that people are being killed, people continue to be killed. Harmless people, people who pose no threat to anybody, farmers, women, children, vulnerable women and children, all over the country, being killed by criminals that seems to be untouchable. So politicians want to be politically correct. Don't do it that way. Don't let us do it that way. If we don't come on, don't turn us to your point and kill. Those catfish when you go to the restaurant, point and kill because of the benefit and the money it puts in your pocket. Now they have shut down Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's page. He is a man, you see, shutting down his page, Facebook page. It's not going to stop the spread of their message because they have gone far beyond Facebook. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can start a new page this morning and within 2 hours, it will cross over 500,000 people that will be following it within 2 hours. Do you know that? So Facebook has no capacity to reduce them, even though they will continue to undermine and sabotage the spread of that message, because it seems that the whole country has accepted the truth now. I mean, let's take a look at it this way, okay? Those who are killing people, those who are becoming victims of terrorism across the country, they are supposed to be Nigerians. Whether you are a Yoruba man, an Igbo man, an Hausa man, you know, a Fulani man, an Efik man, a Job man, wherever you come from, in their own textbook definition of one nation, one Nigeria, right? You are all supposed to be one Nigerians. I mean, you are supposed to be one Nigerians. Now, we have it on record that apart from the fact that politicians have destroyed the country economically, they have ruined it. They have, you know, they have forced the country completely underbelly right now. Insecurity is about to make it worse, not just where it's already worse, but all over the country. The politicians are saying, no, we are doing everything to put it under control. But every day you wake up, you will read about, oh, Fulani herdsmen attacked people here. Fulani herdsmen killed people here. Some people escaped. Villages were burned down. Nigerian soldiers killed people who are asking the government to do the right thing. So it all goes on and on and on and on and on. Then everything begins to make sense. That except the government is behind all the killings, why should government want to control how you react to the killings? That was the beginning of the problem. As we speak, it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who told Fulani herdsmen to go to the village in Egua, in Ogun State, and move there with soldiers and beat up villagers, beat them blue-black for rejecting Fulani herdsmen grazing on their land. It wasn't Nnamdi Kanu. He kept telling his own people, listen, you see all these things you are seeing in the northern Nigeria, all these areas that they have ransacked, all this Hausa land, all these other areas that are not a Fulani land in anywhere in northern Nigeria, all these killings you are reading, they are coming south. The destination is south. But many of you mocked, laughed, and you even knew. But when you won't listen, he decided to stay with his own people and tell them that, listen, guys, if you wait for the people that enjoy killing you to protect you from those who are also coming to kill you, they will all kill you. You will all die waiting for them. Protect yourself. He started it. Protect yourself. Protect yourselves. These people only know violence. They don't understand negotiation. We have evidence. We have facts. We have eyewitnesses. We have eyewitnesses accounts. He was telling us 4 or 5 years ago. Today, Yorubas are now trying to see what can we do to stop Fulani terrorists killing our people in Yoruba land. Now they want to control how we react too. In Nigeria, they are making laws to guide what you say on social media, so that you don't say things that they call attack or that will make the government look bad. All the warnings of Nnamdi Kanu was just to tell all of us to be what? To be ready. They will come. So many people couldn't imagine it. They were like, how? It's not possible. Today, they are now telling us that we should negotiate with those who are killing us in Yoruba land. They are the people who will now provide security for us in Yoruba land to keep us safe and for our peace. If we don't want war, we have to accept the criminals who are living in our forest. We have to accept it. Or else you are just a troublemaker. Really? But this trouble wasn't there 5 years ago, 6 years ago. We didn't have all this problem of a Fulani killing our people and daring us to do our worst. Is that something that should be controlled from being shared on social media? Telling the people that, listen, they are killing our people. They are killing our people. Police won't do anything. The military won't do anything. In fact, the military is joining them to kill our people. Is that the reason why social media, Facebook, is shutting all the voices down, shutting everybody down? Stop saying it. Don't cause problem. But there is already a problem. There is already problems. The people who are calling the attention of the world to this, they want the bloodbath to stop or to be averted. That's the reason why we are telling the whole world. Government of Nigeria is backing the terrorists in Nigeria, killing people in Nigeria across the country, and they are making ridiculous deals with these criminals, and we are not allowed to talk about it. No, we are not allowed to. Talking about it is considered aggravating the problem. Meanwhile, the problem is already aggravated. You know, it's already escalated. Of course. If not, why would the Yoruba governors be discussing about banning open grazing? Why would the Igbo governors say they are banning open grazing as well? Now, meanwhile, this same open grazing was already banned from way back 1949 or thereabouts. When the Fulanis, nomadic Fulanis, were in courts too, that it is their right, it is their culture to move their cows everywhere. They can feed them. The court told them, no, you don't have that right. There's nothing like that. Okay? It is your business with your cows, but you have no right to move to people's land because those lands are owned by people too. And you can't move there and say it's your right. What about their own right? Since then, politicians have buried that. They've buried that judgment. Even after independence, they buried that judgment. To this day, they buried the judgment. They have been making ridiculous deals, ridiculous, compromise differently. Let's give them this for peace. So people have been buying peace. They have been buying the peace. On their own land now, they have to buy the peace. And that's something they said we should not share with the world. So Facebook shut its page down. They will shut my own pages down too. There's no advantage to anything Facebook other than they are in their, there's no benefit to it other than they are in the advantageous position where they are the largest social media platform, but they are not the best. There are many other platforms that all messages can be shared and spread across, the world. It is about alerting the people of the danger. Your government won't protect you, right? Then the government won't let you protect yourself. And here we go. We count ourselves lucky. Those of us who have been found on the fleshes of these criminals in Nigeria, making these ridiculous decisions on behalf of the people. We have been found on their fleshes. And they have been unable to touch us, to do anything. But what they can do is that they can cut our voices. According to them, we can cut all their voices down. Facebook is not in the interest of free speech. Let us be very factual about it. When the NSAS protest was going on in Nigeria, if you share the NSAS protest pictures on Facebook or on Instagram, it will be tagged fake news. Facebook will suspend you for sharing that hashtag NSAS now. Because for some reason, they've managed to cut a deal with them in Nigeria. They have their their location in Nigeria too. They have an office in Nigeria where they have some people working on the G, collecting information for them, just as they are everywhere else. But would they at least let us share our mind, speak our mind? You cannot be killing us and be telling us how to react or try to control how we react. In Nigeria, they're already making laws. Hate speech law, social media bill, hate speech bill, all bills to try and force people to accept what will kill them. Do you understand that now? So this morning, I decided to go and make trouble, right? Go on to my YouTube channel, by the way. If you are watching me on Facebook and you haven't followed me on YouTube, go there. That's where I'm going to always be now. They won't let me, the reason why I don't really share, post a lot anymore or write all those my punchlines on Facebook and all that stuff. The reason why I don't share them on Facebook anymore is because once I share them, they are mostly controversial. My choice of words are always controversial. So people can always pick them. they will report my page. So I stopped posting, I stopped sharing my view, I stopped, the way I do, I stopped that. I now put everything in my videos, in my broadcast, where I can express my mind, say my mind, and I know that there's nothing you can do to me other than to report the page. Because I've done nothing illegal. Do you get that now? If anyone feels offended about whatever anyone says, you should take them to court. It is civil. Don't use this your force and this barbaric, animalistic mentality that you have to arm people because you disagree with them. That is what your government is doing. They are telling us not to speak our mind. But because they can't make us stop speaking our minds, then they can use every tool within their, in their disposal, then unleash that on us and do whatever they can. But they can only try. Trust me, they can only try. They can't even get so close to winning. Stand. I woke up this morning and I was reading about, I was on Facebook. Me, we say I went to bed so late. I was on Facebook, I was reading this thing. Fake Pastor Ruga, that fake pastor, Ikene Shatabandu, the liar, born liar, who is parading himself as somebody who probably ever spoke to God. He shared on Facebook today about his crash a year ago. You remember when his aircraft crashed in Kogi? Remember? We sympathize with his family. Not that we are so heartless, but we know that for them driving a political game from it to get their usual sympathy, sympathy of bless you, thank God, all those sympathy stuff, and people like us know they get carried away when we see all these fake ass criminals parading themselves either under the disguise, the disguise of religion or disguise of fake leadership. Their branding shit. We don't get carried away. We don't do, bless you. Thank God for who? For a criminal who hired a almost dead aircraft to go and share money for election in Kogi. Have you forgotten that? To go to Kogi State 2 years ago to go and share money to people in Kogi to vote for Bukwari second term. Remember? They loaded a chopper with money, with cash. And the chopper crashed. And finally, they managed to crash land. And they came out to start thanking God, thanking Jesus. Jesus loves me. Jesus. They were going to Kogi to rob the people of Kogi. A year after that, coronavirus happened. People of Kogi started busting. They started busting different warehouses where they kept their food, palliatives. A fake pastor. He was thanking God today. I was like, you are just a fake ass criminal. And that was it too. I don't say more than that too. Then all these Lagos Abobakus, all these Oshobu Alimajiris, all these all risers. You know them now. All these handful beggars, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, and all of them. You know them. They bombarded me. I was like, I don't get talk with you. Go to hell. I'm talking to Yemi, the fake pastor that wants us to thank God that he didn't crash and die in 2019, where he wanted to go to Kogi State to deceive the millions of people there. The people in Kogi State, see, now 2 years after that visit, 2 years after APC returned the Bukwari and also read Yebelo back in. 2 years after that, Kogi State, they have an stark illiterate young man as a governor who doesn't believe in COVID-19, like millions of other stupid people who don't believe in it. I'm sorry if that hits you bad, that you don't believe in it and you don't think you are stupid for not believing in it. But it is the same thing in Kogi State, okay? Yaya Bello doesn't believe in COVID-19. His people are dying of it. He is currently taking every donation for COVID-19 shared from the federal government of Nigeria, pocketed the whole thing, and his people, the hospitals everywhere, people are dying there. Now they have declared Kogi State as a COVID state. It's no longer Kogi State. It is now COVID State. So it means that if you want to die of COVID-19, go to Kogi State. If you want to do business and you want to die of go to COVID State. Kogi State is now COVID State under them. 2 years after that, Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, is holed up in Aso Rock, taking beautiful pictures. Him and Bukwari, they take beautiful pictures. Because as you expect, as you know, their photographers are the most professional in the entire administration, in the whole of APC government. The photographer for Bukwari, photographer for Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga. These two photographers are the most professional, those who are really doing their job in the entire team. The rest, Bantueyo. I don't want to go into names. He's holed up in Abuja. He doesn't know how they are going to help the people of Kogi State. The people of Kogi State have accepted their fate. Some of them have actually accepted that there is no COVID. But even anything kill them, Babana Katakimi. Waiting kill you. Na asthma. Waiting, no problem. Because their governor knows that they can never die of a COVID. So he crashed here. He crashed when he wanted to go and give them money, to buy their money. I mean, to buy their votes. Same way he went everywhere, sharing 10,000 naira. 6 months after the election, they came back. They said, everybody we collected trader money. They no get ID. Professor that want to take out 100 million people out of poverty. Professor Ruga want to take out 100 million people out of poverty. He started sharing 10,000 to them, 10,000 naira, trader money. They can start selling pure water. They can start selling this and that. In that same place where you have a Megad, a lifeless breathing mannequin as your president. You have a fake-ass Ruga pastor as a professor of economics under a Megad. Sorry if I get you angry. That's the reason why I'm doing this video, because I know Facebook will shut me down anytime. If they shut me down, follow me on YouTube. If they shut YouTube, follow me on diasporaradiointernational.com, diasporaradiointernational.com. Go on there. We no go stop talking. Let them use all their time and ruin everything. Everybody will finally find their way. Last, everybody will find their way. I told her, I said, look at all this Mumu. You want to defend Pastor Ruga? Now you now go school well. In Yoruba land, there's this lie they have been telling you. I know many of my friends no longer believe in that lie. And I'm so grateful. You see, here, at the Temple of Truth. You are welcome, by the way. Yeah. This is called Temple of Truth. Right? For this place, we know how to dissect, pieces of information, separate chaff from, you know what I'm talking about? And then be able to hold what is factual to what is fictional. In Yoruba, I'll be Yoruba, red-blooded Yoruba boy. Ijebu son, to be precise. You are welcome. Yes. When we were growing up, they told us, they said, you must remember the son of whom you are. And you must protect your name by all means. Make sure that wherever you are going to get involved in every day of your life, does not tarnish the beautiful name of your family, if you have one. You see, if you see a thief dressed so beautifully well, glamorous, expensive, educated, fluent and grammatical, Baba, if not thief, call him thief. Because everything where you see now fake is stolen. Now thief is thief. If you see a thief cruising in a private jet, don't say yes to him. Okay? He's a thief. Just say to his face, Baba, you be thief, Jared. I got you. One day they will catch you. And when they catch you, people like us will not feel intimidated. But when we were, as we were growing up, the story started changing. They started changing the story to Olowo Lagba, Olowo Legbon. That means he who has money is the elder. He who has money is the eldest. Hooray! In Yoruba land, it doesn't matter anymore. Even if the person political arm robber, stealing your money, blind. As long as he has the money, is the Egbon, is the elder. Hooray! No, I wasn't raised like that. Forget it. There are some of us that will always be rebel. I know that so many people have accepted that. They will say, respect elders. Who told you that thieves don't grow old? So you think I don't know that thieves, they also grow old. So if an arm robber grow old now, I have to start calling him Grandpa Arm Robber. Uncle Arm Robber, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, Uncle Arm Robber, sir. Uncle Lee, sir. Is that what you're telling me? Eh? When I was young, they told me, they said, everything you do, don't be a fool when you turn 40. You can be a foolish young man, a foolish teenager. But you get to some certain level in your life that you get to know that, man, you can't be foolish forever. Because once you cross 40 and you are still a fool, you can no longer turn to 80 and start telling us that we should be respecting you. Who will respect a fool at 80? Who told you that the foolish people don't grow old too? So as a Yoruba man, there are things that won't change. Even if you dress a foolish person, with white beard like Moses, make the thing they touch him, shoulder, touch him, make him come the use of pack. If we talk, we go no say this one a foolish person, a foolish old man. It is not against the culture. That is something you should always tell yourself and you should remind yourselves. When you see thieves who continue to tell you, we have spent billions, we are spending billions, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, only for them to turn around and then blame you and say, the reason why we haven't done it is because you are impatient. Some of you are not even praying for us. Some of you are even wishing that Nigeria will destroy. All these things will not let us do our job. You should all know that we need you to always wish us well before we can construct a road, before we can build electricity, before we can put before we can pay doctors, before we can build schools. You need to wish us well. We are trying. We are trying. Even though we have spent the billions and we are now in debt. Of course, yes. But the reason why this whole thing, you are not even wishing Nigeria well. Did you pray for Nigeria today? You didn't pray and you want electricity. How is that going to happen? Hooray! God damn it, man. That is nothing Yoruba like. Okay? Yoruba people are smart people. Oh, we are really smart, let me tell you. Okay? They started changing our orientation. From the 80s, in the early 90s, they started changing our orientation that you need to make money first. It doesn't matter how you make it, and you need to build connection. It doesn't matter how crooked it is. It's a little leg me. You get that now? It's a little leg me. You know, everyone cannot tell the whole world how they make their money. If everybody tell the whole world how they make their money, the whole world will go bust, because that's the mentality they started putting in our head in Yoruba land. So criminals started creeping in. We started campaigning for drug lord to become our governors, to become our senators. We started campaigning for 419 known fraudsters. We started campaigning for them to become, our representatives, our lawmakers, our everything in Yoruba land. And before you know it, people started saying, but he is generous. He's a big philanthropist. We started giving the opportunity to firewall. People who are doing smuggling. People who are injurious, who have contributed nothing but injurious contribution to Yoruba land and progress of Yoruba land. They started giving them reference. They said, because they are generous. They are philanthropists. And before you know it, drug dealer started becoming senator. So if a drug dealer become your senator, and maybe he's holding a position in the committee for narcotics, so are you saying that he's going to team up and give a bill and make a law that is going to jail drug lord while he's in that committee? So we started using everything like anything goes. The man is good. Do you know how many things he did for people? He employed people. He has this company. We know that he's a drug lord. We know. But he's using his money to develop the whole land. Meanwhile, the drug lord need security too. They went into politics. They funded their politicians. They sponsored politicians. I can go on and on and on. This was how they changed our orientation. That is why today you will see a supposed educated Yoruba man. It will tell you, if not because Tinubu is there for us, Yoruba land would have become a worse land. I'm like, hello, uncle. You don't talk with that. Oh, if not because of Tinubu, only God knows where Yoruba land will be today. Really? Clap for yourself. Okay? Clap for yourself. The award goes to you today. Because to you, it makes sense. And where is Yoruba land today? Oh, maybe you can give me an idea, because I've been away for about 2 years. The last time I was there, Yoruba land was like a place that just came out of war. I was in Ogun State. I was in Ibadan. I was in Lagos State. I could see it on everybody's faces that it was more or less like they are frustrated and they can't tell you why. Why am I angry? Everyone looks so angry. Everyone looks like they are going somewhere. Everyone looks so frustrated. It is what the country has done to you as a Yoruba person. I see children there begging on the street. Yoruba children. I could see. I can go on and on and on. Do you want me to tell you what I saw at Anike house in Ikeja? Eh? So tell me, because I throughout my stay, I can tell you how degenerated Yoruba land has become. So where should we start thanking Tinubu from? The Lagos State that he even has a total control over on who becomes what and when. The Lagos State that he has control over is the shittiest place ever to raise a child. I didn't say it. I know some of you, you get your own reality you painted in your head. But you know, when I tell you some of these points, you continue to tell yourself that Lagos State, where he has total control over on who becomes what. Lagos State has no 24 hours electricity. Lagos has no functional rail system. Lagos has no functional, viable transportation system. Lagos has no viable, reliable security system. Lagos has no reliable, road network system. When you go to their schools, go to their hospitals, go to their ministries, go to the administration, and go into all these places, they don't even have drinking potable water in Lagos State, the supposed richest state in Nigeria, by what they have. So tell me, where is that leadership that we should be proud of? I mean, tell me, I may be missing something that I don't know. Because all I know about leadership should be about development. And 22 years is enough to make a mark. Do you know that? At least 22 years is enough to make a mark. And you can say, more 90% of Lagos State have drinking water. If you go to any household in Lagos State, where people are not drilling their own borehole, where people are not using their own generator, if you go to any house in Lagos State, 80% or more, very standard power supply. You want T-Farm? Come and see hospitals, or more come and see medical care, or more come to, you know what I mean? At least show it 22 years. You are still there. The only thing you have a record for is my service to humanity from MC Oluomo. What is MC Oluomo's service to humanity for 22 years of Tifnumbu? So as a Yoruba man, where is that leadership? Now we are now dealing with insecurity. We are dealing with insecurity, and we are also asking, where is your Tinubu? Should they politicize this as well? I mean, they have politicized your development. They have politicized the development of Yoruba land. Yoruba land will never develop the way Nigeria is structured, right? But politically, it is favorable to the politicians. PDPO, APCO, ABGAO, MGAO, TGAO, JAGAO, whatever they want to call themselves. Whoever they are, politicians from Yoruba land, the way Nigeria is structured is politically advantage for their own good. But to an average Yoruba man, where is our advantage of being part of Nigeria? It is a question you should ask yourself and stop living the lie. The lie they told you it will get better. When? 22 years ago, they told you the same thing. All we needed was justice, let's have a democracy. Democracy, government of the people, for the people, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It turned out to be the government of the elite, by the elite, and for the elite. Where is your own position in that Nigeria? It is a question you should ask yourself, even if you're an APC member. Ask yourself, 22 years. 22 years, that's a long time. I know many 22 years guys who are watching me right now. Some of them don't get picking. Some of you girls who are 22 years, You are rolling higher now because you are no longer teenagers. I know what it is to you. 22 years. Some of you are already about to complete your education if you haven't already. Some of you are already in the process of getting married too. 22 years of your life. Then look around. That Nigeria then born you into 22 years ago is a bit better. Tiny bit better. Not really better. Okay? It's not different. The difference is that you now have a phone. You can watch me right now. You can listen to me without having to go through NTA or channels or anybody anywhere, right? That's an advance and it's an improvement. It will be a development if many of you young people, 22 years old, 21 years, 20 years, if you can tap into the opportunity you have, whereby information is so open and fluid for you. When we were younger, information were controlled by the religious houses, by the age group in your community, by the school authorities, then by the government when you start living your life. So we were controlled. But today, you, 20 years, 21, 22 years, you have access to open information. Use it. It is a development that you met when they born you, when they gave birth to you. For 22 years of your life, you shouldn't be living it on hope that somebody who has been here for over 70 years, the hope that person is giving to you, you shouldn't be living on that hope anymore. APC, PDP, you are just, God damn it. But that's just that. It shouldn't be politicized. We are dealing with security problem right now in Yoruba land. 4 or 5 years ago, 3 years ago, we were all talking about bandits, Fulani terrorists, Benwell, Josso, wahala for here, wahala for there, 200 children kidnapped. You know that story. We were dealing with all of that in the Middle Belt, in northern Nigeria, but people were telling us. Nnamdi Kanu was telling us then that they were just waiting to break the Middle Belt and they can cross over. They've already done that in Ilorin. It's just for little time to cross to Oyo. We didn't know that there is a Wakili, there is a Seriki Fulani in a Gongon, there is a Wakili in a Gongon. You know, all these guys were there. We didn't know. Now these guys are out, fully armed, telling us that, do you want to stop us or you want to negotiate? Choose one, your life or your land. And here we are. Politicians want to politicize it. Or New Fife want to play the old card. A young man who is going to be here with us for a longer time than Bokwari, he wants to tell us to trust government. And he wants to turn it to politics, government versus this and that. Oh, come on, come off it. We are going to push back. Don't forget it. It doesn't really matter what they say anymore. Okay? People will push back. Look at what is going on in the eastern Nigeria. In Biafra land. When the IPOB members were pushing and pushing, clamoring for people to defend themselves. Don't wait. If you wait, you will die. If you wait, you get killed. Don't wait. Protect yourselves. The splitters of that, the splitters of those messages were filtering it into our own areas and our own space in Yoruba land. Protect yourselves. Protect yourselves. Do not wait. Do not listen to them. Do not wait to be protected by them. They are going to kill you. This is what Facebook doesn't want them to say. This is what Facebook doesn't want us to say to you. That you are going to be killed if you wait for them to protect you. What is wrong in that? Whether we say it to you or not, you are being killed already. So sharing that information with you, how is that wrong? Today, they have ESN, Eastern Security Network. Eastern Security Network is not fighting the Nigerian army. Eastern Security Network is not fighting Fulanis. Eastern Security is saying every Fulani jihadist in the forest of Igbo land, they are there illegally. I mean, they are there illegally. In southern Nigeria, in the western Nigeria, in Yoruba land, it is illegal to openly move your cows anywhere. On the farm or on the street, it is illegal. That is the law. In the eastern part of the country, in Biafra land, in another few days, it will become law. It is already a verdict there right now that every Fulani with cow should vacate the forest and open grazing is no longer allowed. That is the law. That is what Nnamdi Kanu said. That is what many people disagreed with him 4 years ago. That's why you disagreed with him. I know some of you have problems with the way he delivers his messages. I understand. People have problems with me too. People want me to be nice. People will tell me, I agree with you, Maiyegun. Honestly, I agree with you, but I just don't like the way, we are Yorubas. We need to be respectful. We need to be, come off it, Baba. That is called political correctness. You know the truth, but you want to be nice in saying it. Because if you say it the way you feel, you think you are going to offend some people. Are you not offended that this is even happening? Are you not offended that you even have to speak out for government to do the right thing? Are you not offended? Why should you worry that some people will be offended that you express yourself after you have heard and seen the barbarity going on? It's called political correctness. People don't like the way I say it too. But, fortunately, many of them agree with me. At least for that moment, some will agree with me on the broadcast. And I say, it's true, I agree with you. But the moment they leave this place, they don't agree with me anymore. I understand. But does that now deny the fact that every part of Nigeria is currently facing the threat of armed Fulani terrorists? They call them bandits. But listen, guys, I have pictures of Sheikh Gumi. I'm going to bring so many other details later tonight on my broadcast on Maiyegun Diary Politico YouTube channel. You should join me there. In fact, you are not going to regret it. Trust. I have a picture here, and even video of Sheikh Gumi, a very, very prominent northern cleric, who is also very much, openly, let's say, is opposed to Boko Haram's way of ruling Nigeria. Yeah. But however, these guys don't leave their home. As we are condemning all these killings and what they have done, the havoc they have wreaked, all their cleric is either they just keep mute, they don't condemn them. And if they manage to condemn them, they're also working to negotiate for them. In Zamfara state right now, repentant bandits are getting paid. They are collecting cash. Generally, if Nigerian Army and DSS pick you up as a Boko Haram fighter, so you get paid 350,000 naira. And if you are a Fulani bandit caught by the DSS, you get paid 250,000 naira. But you go through rehabilitation and you continue to collect money every month as your own allowance, which is possibly put about 50,000 naira. So far, so good. Nigerian military, they have released over 6,000 repentant terrorists. It's because they protect their own. They are okay with the destruction. They are okay with all the burning and the killings and the kidnappings. They are okay with it. They will never let Nigerian law take its full course. But they are asking the Nigerian law to punish everybody who is trying to protect themselves against us having to sit down with terrorists and negotiate for our own freedom, our own peace, on our own land, in Yoruba land. As a Yoruba man, as an Omoluabi, you should be ashamed of yourself if that is what you wish for Yoruba land. Sit down with the terrorists in Ibadan, or sit down with them in Akure, where they are wearing military fatigue, military uniform, holding guns, talking to us about peace in Yoruba land. Is that what you want this to come to? So many of you don't believe that it will ever come to a point whereby Yorubas will stand up and say, Fulani must go. Because to you, it will never get to that stage. We are not asking the Fulani, legit Fulanis, who are doing legit businesses in Yoruba land, everywhere, paying their taxes to their host states and communities. Of course, they are welcome. They are registered. If they commit crime, they will be punished by the law of the land they are. But you don't stay in our forest and tell us to do our worst. Of course, we'll do our worst. And our worst is that we'll react. And when we react, even politicians will not be able to tame us. And that is why they are doing everything to cut down voices. So if you wake up tomorrow and Maiyegun Diary Politico is on Facebook, it's shut down. Do not fret. They have done it already. They have reduced my viewership. They have reduced my reach by over 80%. So if you go on Maiyegun Diary right now, possibly you'll be struggling to see 300 or 400 people there watching. You know why? Because Facebook has reduced my viewers by 80%, my reach by 80%. And many people will tell you, until they check, they didn't even know that Facebook has removed notification from their profile. So they have removed the notification. Whenever Maiyegun is live, you will never get to know about it. You know why they do that? They to cut us down from saying it the way it is. And saying it the way it is to alert everybody to prevent the mass killings. Who want to see Yoruba land burn? Who want to see our people killed and kidnapped? Who want to be happy seeing that? Why would you be politically correct about that? And that is the point that everyone should know. I am so confident that Shutdown Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's page will not stop us from sharing every truth that you all know, but some of you are finding it so hard to process or agree to what your mind is telling you. That Nigeria is done for, Nigeria is messed up, and there's no amount of effort you want to put in to save Nigeria can save her anymore. The people who are destroying Nigeria, who are hell-bent in destroying Nigeria for their own personal benefit, they are not going to stop. They are telling you to accept it, or you will die. And who should accept what? Accept that they should treat you what they want to treat you as and die? Or you fight them or you die? Come on. We are not asking for war. It shouldn't be war. These guys are in the war mood. That is what we see with all these Fulani others. So if you want peace, and if you're peace, peace agreement is a two-way thing. It has to be agreed to, and it has to be equal. It shouldn't be something that is above order, right? To call it, equality. There should be equity. So if you want to make a peace deal, if a Fulani man is nomadic in nature and is allowed to carry gun to protect himself and his cows, then let us all go out there and approve that every person in Yoruba land who can afford to buy himself a gun, AK-47 and all that, you should go to the market and buy yourself one. You don't use it until you're under threat. Our farmers should be allowed to carry AK-47, and they can buy as many as they want because their farmers can also carry AK-47. Let us all go mad, and let's see how a mad country works. And you will see that in reality in the next few weeks, few months, and years to come. Okay, in the eastern part of Nigeria right now, the politicians in the eastern Nigeria, the governors, they have finally come back to their senses. After so many years of antagonization against Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, they are coming back to their senses now. So they have all come out to say, indeed, Fulani others are raping and kidnapping our women. And we are going to ban them from public and open grazing. Everybody cannot be deceived about 2023 anymore. Okay? Except for them, the politicians, who knows what it will be if they have their own turn. But you cannot have your turn at the expense of the lives of the people who you are supposed to rule over. So Sunday Igboho is a Yoruba asset. Let me say this before I close this today. Sunday Igboho, you don't need to agree with him. Listen, if Sunday Igboho wake up tomorrow and he tells people that we should be careful of this, and these people in Yoruba land, I want all of you to take it completely serious in this sense. People are mounting pressure on politicians and traditional rulers in Yoruba land. They are mounting pressure on them to ensure that the campaign for self-defense in Yoruba land, which is our right, by the way, the campaign for self-defense, that you cannot unleash terror on our land, on our people, on our land, and expect us to what? To turn the second cheek. It's not going to happen. Politicians who are not going to lose family members, they can be making deals with you, but Yorubas won't. So if Sunday Igboho come out tomorrow to tell us that we have identified those who are sabotaging the self-defense campaign in Yoruba land, whoever they are, look at me very well. Take him serious and take action. It's important. Those who are going to be against any of this campaign, under whatever guise they want to put themselves, they can write English, they can write grammar, they can continue to say whatever they want to say. But the moment they tell you that we should sacrifice Sunday Igboho or halt the attempt to defend Yoruba land, by all means, I am saying it to you, right? Know this, they are the enemies of Yoruba land. And they are not doing it for me and you. They are doing it for whatever immediate or future gain that they are monetary that they are going to get for making such utterances. If Igboho tells you our enemy, now take him serious. I'm saying this to you because those who are going to try to conquer Yoruba land for the Fulani terrorists who are hell-bent in cowering us, those who are going to do that to you, they are not going to be Fulanis. They are Yorubas. They are Yorubas. And watch out for them. I hope Oni of Ife, Ademola Oodua, Arole Oodua is always going to be on the side of Yoruba. Whatever pressure they are putting on you, if it is better not to say anything at all, people should say that to Oni of Ife. Or Jaja, if you have the opportunity of seeing my video, this is a son sending a love message to a father that you should be to all of us in Yoruba land. It doesn't matter if you have your own personal opinion on how this should be done. If the majority says we will not listen and we will not wait for Buhari to protect us, Ojaja, be on the people's side. Because that is why you are who you are. Buhari cannot pressure you if there's no gain they are promising you. And you cannot speak the mind of the people who have been traumatized and killed. And the same Buhari for 5 years, ignore them. You cannot speak their mind and say and tell them how to react. Ojaja, I'm saying this because this is a generation that asks questions. This is not a generation of yes, sir. Okay, sir. You people have bastardized tradition so bad. You have rubbished our tradition so terribly bad that we will no longer watch you to get away with that in this time, age and time. We are saying this not because we want to engage you in any fisticuff or any kind of supremacy battle. We are asking you to listen to the voice of reasoning. Yoruba people are under attack, and every traditional ruler in Yoruba land should be on the side of the Yoruba people. You do not make peace or negotiate any peace that will make Yorubas to accept the current situation. For peace sake, no deal like that will be in the interest of Yoruba. Ojaja, this generation will rubbish you and will rubbish any other traditional ruler that will use their position to hoodwink Yorubas and threaten Yorubas with the same tradition that they have destroyed by their own selfish interests. We will find them out. We will call them out. We will damn you and we will damn the consequences. And possibly you will lose that stew when the people will come for you. Because you will have to leave the stew. It will get to that. That is the kind of energy in the mind of this generation. And don't toy with it because you need it for your own survival too, as a traditional ruler. But for the political class, right? It's a soldier go, soldier come. They will be sacrificed too. But as long as they continue to take side with those who are hell-bent in forcing us to accept a condition that is completely alien to us. Graze on our farm, attack our farmers when they react, and then you tell us you will pay us a compensation, impoverish us, kidnap us, collect ransom from us, and dare us. All these have been done on the soil of Yoruba land. And you dare come up with this your useless government will do something. For 5 years, they did nothing. Let me just say this. I'm only saying this because I can say it. If I have to write it, you will report my Facebook page and you will block me. Cut out this video. Send it to Oni of Ife. It should rather just say nothing again. If whatever he's going to say is to tell us to listen to Buhari, people should send that message to him. If he continue to say that, he will be violating the traditional oath he took to hold in high esteem the Oduduwa seat, to sit on that stool with so much dignity, without fear or favor. Tell Oni of Ife, Kabiyesi of Jaja, if you watch my video, this is a young man who is telling you about what to come. And the position you are holding is so crucial to Yoruba land for you to make any utterances or to make any kind of comment on what is going on right now that is not in favor of Yoruba land. Don't tell us to wait for Buhari. We know Buhari is not coming. And don't lose your respect if you continue to grandstand with this generation, because we know the truth and we cannot be deceived by any of the aura of you elite this time around. We will react. How we are going to react is what you can never control. You will try. We know you will try. And we know that many of you are going to be used to sabotage the Yoruba land and force us to accept what will kill us. But one thing you should be rest assured of is that there won't be peace for any of you too. I mean, no, because Buhari will not be able to guarantee peace for you. And I don't wish that gets to that. Please protect Yoruba land. We don't want violence. They are forcing violence on us. They are telling us to accept it or we die. And our elite are telling us to be careful how we react. Don't tell us to be careful. Tell the Fulanis, tell Buhari to be very, very careful. He is playing with fire. When I finish this video, this broadcast you can go ahead and record Maiyegun Diary Politico Facebook and let them block it. I will meet you guys again later tonight on Maiyegun Diary Politico YouTube channel. Don't miss that. I'll see you later. Enjoy your morning or your afternoon. Until then, stay safe.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n ní ràn.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibó níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo.